Hello everyone, this is our new video I've been doing on how they will react. This is how will they react to you this week. So this is whoever is on your mind or the person's energy that is strongest around you, how they're going to react. We run through all the signs from Aries down to Pisces, and we pull one card for each and every sign to see how they're going to react to you if you're dealing with someone with that sign. You can also feel free to combo them together based on that person's sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever you feel works for you. This is a general message. It's timeless, so probably whenever you find it, this is probably what's going to work for you in the energy right then at that moment for you. So if you're dealing with an Aries, the Two of Swords, they're very indecisive right now. They really are, I'm really getting a sense of baffled. For some reason, baffled off of that card, that there's something that I think that they are trying to get clear on, but I'm really getting baffled is what's coming through. So if you're dealing with an Aries, I don't think that there's going to be much action probably this week, because I really feel like they're thinking over something that's baffling them, and they're not sure. They're not ready to make a decision yet. They're not, that indecision's coming because there's some confusion. They're still trying to sort some. I'm getting sorting through something is what I'm getting here. So let's go ahead and see what we have for Taurus. If you're dealing with a Taurus, it looks like they are really, I really get that there is something that is just tormenting the heck out of them. And I really get that it's something that's plaguing them. And I'm getting almost like with this ghost, it's like the ghost of you, you know, see that the ghost in the background? I'm really drawn to that lady that's that image, like being haunted by memories of you. So if you're dealing with a Taurus, you know, you are on their mind. And I think that, you know, like I said, I think that they're going back and reminiscing and thinking about either things that happened between you, you know, you and them, or missing the good times you and them had together, something to that effect. So that's what I have for you if you're dealing with a Taurus. If you're dealing with a Cancer, it looks like communication is incoming and fast communication. I also am feeling off of that card. I want to make sure that we are going to get all 12 signs here in the window here. So if you're dealing with the, and I said Cancer, but this is Gemini. I apologize for that. Gemini. If you're dealing with a Gemini is going to be fast communication. I also am getting a lot of passion off of this card. I'm also getting that you know, they have nothing but good thoughts. I'm really centered and focused on that sun in the background. They have nothing but really good thoughts about you right now. And I think they're going to come in hot and heavy. It's going to come in probably more passionate. You know, it may come off, instead of maybe loving, it may come off as more passionate and desire for you. So they may not express necessarily how they feel, but they're definitely going to come in very passionate and maybe show you how they're feeling in the moment is what I'm getting. So, you know, be tuned for that. If you're dealing with a Cancer definitely, I see them with this card. I really feel like that they have desire for you. This is the Knight of Wands. Cancer has desire for you, but if you notice, he is standing, that horse is not going anywhere. He's looking off to the side, not really going anywhere, halted. You know, I really am getting that there's a lot of desire to move towards you. There's a lot of desire to say something, to approach you and do something. But if you're dealing with the Cancer, they're not going to do anything this week. They're just going to keep their feelings to themselves. They're not going to express or do anything, even though there's a real deep desire to do so. They're just going to bottle it up. If you look at this, you know, look at this volcano in the background, it's like that's like their desire for you is about to erupt. It's about to erupt out of them, but they're not going to do anything about it yet. They're still holding on to all that desire that they have for you, and all those feelings. They're bottling them up, basically. If you're dealing with the Cancer, at least this week, they're not going to make any movements. So what do we have? Leo. Leo won't be doing anything at all. They are very silent, keeping to themselves. So if you're dealing with a Leo, I really get that they're minding their own business. They're just doing their own thing. I almost feel like self-focused. They're focused on themselves and not outwardly, so not on another person or on another connection at this point in time. So that's what you're contending with if you're dealing with a Leo. If you're dealing with a Virgo, you have the nine of wands. So right now, I just get a lot of stress off of that card. They are really, really stressed right now. It's like life is a burden and they're very stressed right now. They just I'm getting like a lot on their plate. Interesting enough, off of this card, I'm seeing like, it's not, you can't see it in this picture, but when I look at this card right now, I'm almost getting like I'm seeing spinning plates on the top of these wands, like somebody that has spinning plates, like they just have a lot of plates. Right now there's just a lot on their plate, like a lot going on. They're juggling and spinning plates and just there's a lot going on in their life if you're dealing with a Virgo, and they're just trying to make some sense out of the chaos, like trying to get things in order, and find, trying just really stressed is what I'm getting right now. So that's what I have if you're dealing with a Virgo. If you're dealing with a Libra, I have the 7 of Swords. So what I feel like here is they're holding back. I know that's not usually the card of holding back, but I'm really picking up a sense that they're going to keep things very close to their chest. They're holding things back, holding things in, keeping things close to their chest. And I think that this, 7 of Swords can be a card of deception, and that can be deceiving in a way, because I think, that I think the way that he's looking over his shoulder here, he's looking back at you, looking back at you and the connection with you and how he feels about you. But, he's keeping those swords pretty close to his chest. And he's not wanting to share. He's not wanting to. So this tells me is somebody that's probably a little bit emotionally closed off right now, is what I'm picking up off of this card. So somebody that is just a little closed off right now, keeping things close to their chest, not wanting to share. That's what I have if you're dealing with a Libra. So let's go ahead and get Scorpio. Oops, sorry about that. I hit the camera. So let's go ahead and move on to Scorpio. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, Scorpio has a lot that they're contemplating right now. They are doing a little bit of recon is what I'm getting off of that card. They are reconning things in their life. They're looking at things, where they are, where they're going. Almost like I'm getting a sense of restructuring, reorganizing, but I think it's just evaluating. They're evaluating things in their life right now. So, and you're part of that. I get that as one of the things that are evaluating. They're evaluating their connection with you, how they feel about you. That's one. And I almost get, with that light shining, the hermit shining the way, they're trying to determine the way forward with you. And I think that's one of the things that they're trying to evaluate if you're dealing with a Scorpio, is what is the way forward here? How can we move forward? So if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, Sagittarius thinks the world of you. So they really see everything with you. They want long-term stability with you. They want something solid. They definitely want to work on this. They hope that this connection with you is going to be something that lasts a very long time. They're wanting to I'm getting cherish, that they cherish you off of that card. If you're dealing with the Sagittarius, I feel like this energy of that they kind of admire and cherish you, you know, like something, they see you as something important and something valuable. So let's see what comes after Sagittarius. Capricorn, I believe. Capricorn, they feel like you are their soulmate. They have a lot of very deep feelings for you, extremely deep, powerful feelings. I feel like there's an intensity between you two that just keeps pulling you back together, is what I'm getting if you're dealing with a Capricorn. And you know, Capricorn usually, you know, they're represented by the devil in the tarot deck, and that can be, you know, it can be an obsession. And I'm almost feeling that off of that Two of Cups, is like this intensity between you and them, and you know, this, like, you keep getting kind of pulled back toward one another, is what I keep feeling off of that Two of Cups card. So let's see, we got Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Gemini, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and then we have Aquarius and Pisces. So for Aquarius, the Fool, we have the Fool for Aquarius. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius, they are, I'm just getting delight off of that. So I don't know if you're new in that connection, or if I just feel like very overjoyed, gleeful, happy, you know, feeling rather just happy and fun. I'm just getting this very light, carefree energy off of that card. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius, you know, they're feeling pretty good about the connection, you know, or feeling pretty good about you, you know, that I'm just getting that you kind of just lighten their heart, is what I'm getting. You know, you make them feel lighthearted and carefree, is what I'm getting. So then finally with Pisces, if you're dealing with a Pisces, you know, I get that, I think that I'm feeling, I'm really feeling interesting off of this High Priestess, and it's normally not, I'm going to go with it, but it's not the necessarily the meaning of the High Priestess, but I'm getting a Two of Wands feeling off of this High Priestess. So I think that right now, their intention is to move forward towards you, and I think their intuition is pulling them towards you a little bit, and I think they're open to see where this goes, but I also feel like that they're undecided on whether they want to really invest in this or not. So they're kind of on the fence about it, but they're willing to, their intuition is telling them, yeah, let's see where this goes. I'll give it a chance. I'll open up to it, because they feel like that's the right thing to do. But just to tell you, and you know, a little bit of a warning, they are, you know, on the fence about it. And if you know, they're fine with walking away if things just don't work out. It's like they could give or take the relationship at this point, but their intuition is telling them to open up and see where it goes, and they're willing to do that. So it's going to be just however things go in the future, you know, is going to kind of dictate what may happen in that situation. I want to go ahead and pull 3 cards, because I did that the last time. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards to represent basically the overall collective energy in love. And here I go, hitting the camera again. It's in a weird spot. I kind of got it in a little bit lower than I normally have it to try and get more of the table in. And now it's like, seems to be right where I'm shuffling. So I do apologize for that. Let's go ahead and see, what do we have? The final 3 cards for the overall energy of everyone, the collective in love this week. So it looks like, I think that there's a lot of decisions that are being made overall. So whomever you're dealing with, I think this is the overall general collective, what that overall kind of energy is that everyone's sitting in this week, which looks like, to me, it's people evaluating what they feel is going to make them happy in love. I think everybody's taking the time to figure out what relationships mean to them, what makes them happy in relationships, what they want their relationships to look like, who makes them happy, what makes them happy, and they're making decisions around that. I think that's what we're doing as a collective. And I think that we're walking away from anything that's toxic, that's not going to serve us anymore. That is, we're tired of relationships that fail, that aren't working, that causes strife, that causes pain. Because this is the why. This is the why people are making decisions, because they're tired of feeling this way in love. They're tired of feeling, the pain, the heartache, the being in relationships that are toxic, that aren't making them happy. No, people are tired of not being happy. So they're making the decision. They're determining what makes them happy, and they're moving toward what makes them happy. They're making the decisions in their life to do things or move toward people that do make them happy. So if you're sitting in a relationship that is not making you happy, I see those, those are probably going out the door. I think I'm going to go ahead and clarify one card on this devil card. No, actually 2 cards. Let's do 2 cards on this devil card. And I just realized I don't think that I have those in the screen. So let me go ahead and move those up so they're in the screen, because those were bigger cards and I used smaller cards last time. That's why I said I've got a limited space to work with here. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull 2 cards on this devil card and see what we have here. Get some clarification on this devil card. I really feel like this is what people are moving away from. Let's see if the universe backs me up on that feeling. But that's what I'm picking up. Give me 2 cards on that devil card to clarify that devil card, please, universe. Okay, so there's 1, confusion, and people having options. So it's okay. So this is interesting. So this is being confused by. So this is really interesting. So with this this 7 of Cups and Queen of Pentacles on this devil, so being deceived by what they thought was stability and abundance, being confused by that. So they've been like people that have misrepresented themselves, where they thought, they thought at one time that their relationship was good. It turned out it confused them. It became toxic. And this accounts for you as well in your life, because I'm guessing that there might be people watching this also that have been in relationships, and I'm sure that you can relate to this in some capacity, where you've been in a relationship and you thought that this was the person that was going to make you happy, but then things got confusing and started, what you thought made you happy really didn't make you happy anymore, and you don't know what happened. And that relationship began to get toxic, and that started to confuse you, because you thought this was what you wanted. You thought this was going to make you happy, and then you realized that it wasn't what you really wanted and it didn't make you happy. And so, that relationship becomes toxic when we realize that it's not what we really want. We thought at one time it was, but you have to understand that you have to go through those situations and those relationships in order to be able to appreciate and understand what you do want, because you don't know what you want until you've experienced what you don't want. So you have to be grateful and appreciative of those experiences, because those are lessons to teach us what we don't want so that we can move toward what we do want. So, you should be grateful for every experience and every relationship that you have, no matter how it worked out, because it all serves your greater good in the end, because it gets you closer to where you want to be in love and to the person you want to be with that's going to make you happy ultimately. So that's what I have on how they will react this week. I hope you enjoyed this message. If it resonated, if you like it, whatever you feel like doing, like, share, subscribe. It's all good. I thank you so much for joining me this week. I wish you the very best. Joy, love, and light.